Do you know those jaw-dropping waterfalls you see in Asheville? The ones you usually take these extremely grueling hikes, bug-infested trails to get there. What if I told you it doesn't have to be that hard to see waterfalls? What if I told you that the hardest part about seeing these waterfalls was finding a place to park? Today, I'm going to show you the 5 laziest waterfalls you can see in Asheville. You heard me right. The laziest waterfalls. We're going to count down from 5 to 1, with 1 being the most easiest one to actually see. So you made it to the mountains and you want to see those iconic waterfalls with their misty sprays. But you don't want a strenuous hike. Maybe you're traveling with kids and you can't make these long hikes. Or maybe like me, you don't think that every step of the way needs to be challenging to see something spectacular. Today, I'm going to walk you through some of these spectacular views. If this sounds like you come to the right place. I spent countless hours trying to find the best waterfalls with the minimum effort. In fact, these are the laziest waterfalls I can find. With such little effort for you to see them. The hikes are small. Some of you actually drive right up to them and look out your window of your car to see that. I'm going to cover everything from where to park, what to expect, and crucial insider tips for you to make this as effortless as possible. So let's begin. We're going to start with number 5. We're starting today's countdown with this little hidden gem, Tom's Creek Falls. It's located just a little bit north of Marion. Now, this one has a little bit of walking, but I use that term loosely. It's like a walk in a park, a day in a park. It's quite easy to do. Here's a lazy proof. This trail will take you about 15 minutes to walk. That's all. It's a mostly flat terrain. Along the way, you get to hear Tom's Creek as it babbles. It sounds wonderful. Hopefully you can hear it. Listen closely. I'm enjoying it. The whole way gives you a relaxing soundtrack with minimal effort. Honestly speaking, the drive here was more winding than the trail itself. There is an observation deck, but you can actually bypass that and come down and be right near the falls. What do you get for a mere 15 minutes of walking? It's absolutely stunning. 80-foot waterfall that cascades down to multi-levels. What's even more exciting is the mica in the water that shimmers. With such a short walk, Tom's Creek Falls are absolutely spectacular. It's like you found a hidden gem that nobody knows about. If you do decide to walk down by the falls, make sure to take some caution here because the rocks are slippery. You definitely want to see this one to make it feel like you hiked even though you didn't hike. To have great photos of trails and waterfalls, it's a perfect place to come with your family and even with your dog. This parking lot fills up quickly, particularly on the weekends. So you want to get here early mornings. That's the best time. And weekdays obviously are pretty decent as well. Number 4 on my list is Cove Falls. It's the perfect hike to give you the feeling that you're deep in the forest without having to hike very far. This waterfall is about a mile up the road from Looking Glass Falls in Pisgah National Forest. This lazy-proof trail is only 1.2 miles round trip. Don't let that number fool you. It's a gentle walk. It's very simple to walk in here, hardly an elevation gain, and you pass some wooded bridges and some nice scenery. What's great about this trail is that there are some bridges that you get to cross that kids absolutely love. Check this out. right behind me. Right there. This is a perfect hike to take your kids along, the dogs, anyone who likes to see waterfalls but want to put in a little effort. It's definitely a lazy man's trip. This is a 50-foot dynamic waterfall that cascades onto hollow rock. And the best part about this waterfall, you can walk behind it, feel the mist on your body. It's worth every step. When trying to locate Moore Cove, it's not quite as easy as it might seem. There's no signage here. So first thing you want to do is drive 1 mile north of Looking Glass Falls. Number two you want to do is look for the parking on the right side. You'll see a bunch of cars just before Stone Bridge. Park in that area, and as you walk up a little bit just before the Stone Bridge, you'll see a sign that says Moore Cove. Okay, we're at the halfway point, and from here the waterfalls only get easier. Now do me a favor, hit subscribe if you want to see more lazy adventures like this. Now, on to number 3. Our number 3 spot is Bridal Falls. Not the one in DuPont, but the one in Highlands. And it's right on the Waterfall Byway. This one barely qualifies as a hike. You literally just pull your car right up on the side of the road on 64 in Highlands, and there is the waterfall. At one time, the road used to pass through here, but now, for safety reasons, it no longer does. Bridal Falls is a 60-foot cascading waterfall. The best time to come see this waterfall is after a rain. When there hasn't been any rain, you may not have much water flowing. It's right on 64 North of Highland, about a couple miles or so. Here's a pro tip. You can knock out 2 waterfalls in one day, and both of them are lazy waterfalls. Next up, Dry Falls. In my number 2 spot, Dry Falls. It's also on 64, just north of Highlands. This is a powerhouse of a waterfall. And the lazy proof is, you can just walk right up to the observation area, or if you like, you can hike down and walk behind the waterfall. It's called Dry Falls because you can literally walk behind it and barely get wet. It's a 75-foot waterfall, and it's an absolutely must-see for both you, your family, and your parents. Spectacular. So spectacular. And here we are, the number 1 most laziest waterfall you can see near Asheville. The creme de la creme, the number 1 easiest one to get to, Looking Glass Falls. It's so simple to see. You can literally pull up right next to and just look out your window of your car and see it. So you would be parking right along 276 in Pishka National Forest. As you can see, the road is right behind me, and the waterfall is right in front of me. I'm going to flip you again so you can see. There's the falls. If you're a little bit more adventurous, you can take the stairs down towards the bottom. It takes about a few minutes to go down and back up. Take a peek here. The scenic payoff, you have a 60-foot drop with this waterfall. In addition, when the water is warm, like it is this time of year, you'll see people wading in the water. And during the cold time, the leaves start to change around here, and it's a spectacular. So come different seasons if you want to see different things. The hardest part about visiting Looking Glass Falls is parking. This place fills up quickly. So my suggestion to you would be come here early morning or come on a weekday where there's less people. Of course, if there's a holiday, there'd be a lot more people. So my insider tip to you is don't come in the middle of the day on a weekend because there's going to be a lot of people and parking is going to be limited. And since the parking is limited, be careful where you park. Not only is it dangerous, but you can be ticketed and towed. So make sure you're only parking in appropriate spots. Well, that's my list. 5 stunning waterfalls for the lazy adventure. From Tom's Creek Falls to Looking Glass Falls, where you literally just pull right up to the waterfall itself. Each are spectacular in their own way. And because you stuck around, I have a bonus for you. Another waterfall that you don't have to hike, you literally drive right up to it. Another lazy waterfall. It's in Columbus, North Carolina, and it's called Shuckawakin. Go visit it if you have the opportunity. Well, I hope this guide helps you plan your next lazy adventure in seeing some wonderful waterfalls in the Asheville area. Please comment your favorite out of my list, or maybe some that you think I missed that I should be visiting next time. I read every comment. Thank you for watching and enjoy your lazy adventure.